Ousted news executives have decided to join forces to come up with a completely new news organization. And I am curious to see how this plays out. I'm gonna ask you about it, Cenk, see what you think. Now, former news executive Ken LaCorte has enlisted former NPR news boss Michael Oreskes and former Fox News executive editor John Moody to join him in creating LaCorte News, which he said will be a truly fair and balanced alternative in these polarized times.
Oh, that makes me have great confidence in it.
Okay, so
when a couple of former Fox News executives use the slogan "fair and balanced," I'm sure that'll work out nicely.
So let me just fill in a few blanks before we move forward with what LaCorte News will be. Now, the NPR news boss that I just referenced actually was ousted from NPR because of the Me Too movement. There were allegations as recent as 2016 where he was sexually harassing women that worked at NPR. And so as a result, he was ousted from NPR. And then when it came to the Fox News executive editor, former Fox News executive editor, John Moody, he had written a column that was deemed racist. And so as a result, he was ousted from Fox News, which was actually pretty shocking because Fox News is Fox News, so I would never expect anyone to be ousted from there for writing anything racist. Now, with that said, Ken LaCorte says the following: I'm proud that I pulled in both the former head of news at Fox News and the former head of news at NPR. I'm not going to be egotistical enough to say I'm going to save journalism, but I'm effing trying.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that.
Also, he said, I couldn't have afforded either one of these guys had we not been in this crazy type of atmosphere. In a weird way, I'm actually a beneficiary of companies being hypersensitive. So that was something that he repeated in various ways throughout this Politico piece about LaCorte News. He feels that, these are actually super innocent guys. There's nothing wrong with them, but because of the hypersensitivity happening in the country right now, they were ousted from their jobs. And I think that that is not the right way to think about it, right? So when it came to the NPR executive, he kept saying things about like, 20-year-old allegations. But no, there were allegations as recent as 2016. Now, there are currently 6 full-time people working at LaCorte News. And of those 6, one of them is a woman. Also, LaCorte said he's launching with about $1 million. Much of it is his own money. And he's planning on relying largely on advertising revenue, which might not be a stable business model, but who knows? We'll see.
I'll tell you who knows. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you asked earlier, what will LaCorte News be? I have the answer. It'll be bankrupt. It has no chance of success. So now let me explain it from 2 different aspects. One is content, the other is business. And then I'll give you more in our post game. I think I'll give you a lot of inside details about how the digital media industry works. tyt.com/join to become a member. We give you extra coverage there, like what I just told you. Okay, so in this case, number one on the policy, he says, well, I got it covered, man. I got the guy from Fox News and I got the guy from NPR. That is not the spectrum. Okay, one is Fox News does right-wing propaganda. NPR does centrist stuff, which I'm, sometimes it's good, sometimes it sucks. But it is not left-wing. It's not remotely left-wing. Now, Anna and I have some disagreements about how good NPR is. That's fine, nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of you love NPR. And they do some wonderful work.
They do some wonderful work.
They do. And I know some of their wonderful work. But, and we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but I do know what happened in 2016, which was they, like along the rest of the media, hated Bernie Sanders and spoke out against him at every turn. So that is not left wing. That is not, hey, I got somebody from Fox News and somebody from NPR being left wing. No, that guy probably, he was the head of news. He was probably the guy making the decisions about how Bernie Sanders was unacceptable. Wow, what diversity you brought in. And John Moody, yeah, he's a former head of news at Fox News. That is not a positive thing on your resume if you're starting up a journalism organization that is supposed to give transparency, et cetera. Moody's name's all over every memo, not everyone, but almost everyone, that was leaked by insiders at Fox News that told the anchors what to say. That was not the news. It would be, hey, here's how you should characterize Obama. Why? For political reasons. John Moody's literally the last person I would hire to start a news organization. Even more so than the odious Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly, et cetera. He's the guy who told them to do propaganda in the first place. So this is total right-wing operation pretending to do neutral journalism. It's hilarious, preposterous.
It's gonna be fair and balanced, Cenk.
Sure. So the good news is it's at least going to be totally irrelevant. I mean, I can't believe they even spent that much time on it. I'm enjoying it, tearing it down, but like Politico is like, oh, this is super legitimate. They have $1 million. And they have like fancy people from Fox News.
Okay,
NPR.
just relax for a second. Look, to be fair, and Politico has done a lot in the past that I have not liked, right? But with that said, that's your interpretation of the reporting here, right?
I don't think Politico has ever written a cynical article about us, and we're approximately, literally, 1 million times bigger than this organization.
Politico doesn't like us. The establishment
I got
doesn't
it,
like
and
us.
they love Fox News. That's my point.
Okay,
and they love like, oh, that's this establishment figure. Oh, NPR and Fox News. Okay, anyway, whatever. Look, I'll see them when they're all getting pink slips. Anyway, and look, I'm being a bad guy. A lot of good people have lost jobs in digital media. I'm going to talk about that in the post game this year. It's been a brutal year. But guys, advertising revenue and you only have $1 million, and you think you're going to run and enough people are going to read your text articles online, that means you don't know anything about digital media. You're going to get slaughtered. Even if it was excellent content, you'd be slaughtered. You have no chance of making revenue from that. So good night and good luck. Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.